What's up, guys? BrianWillNeverSleep.com, and the plan for today are curls. Come on, man. I don't do curls. I've done curls since high school. The actual plan for today is the strict log overhead press, and it's been a while since I've done them, so I don't really know where it's gonna end up. Hopefully with something heavy. I know I'm supposed to be wearing my boot, but apparently it's not made for lifting. So we'll see how it goes. Solutions. But we're gonna get after it. What's up, guys, and welcome to the commentary. So in this video you're going to get a couple workouts, some that went well and some that did not. This is one that did not. So my plan for this workout was to hit a heavy strict log overhead press, supersetting it with standing ab wheel rollouts and some sledgehammer swings. However, someone did not get the invitation because the heavy part did not show up today. So what you are going to see is me working up to a moderately heavy log overhead press and then taking out my anger on a tire. So that was 245, which went well enough. But when I loaded 265, or what I thought was 265, I added 110 on the right side and 210s on the left side. When I racked it and went to press, I couldn't figure out what was wrong. I thought something had gone terribly wrong on my left shoulder because I couldn't budge it. Actually tried it twice and then figured out that I had misloaded, got it correct, and pressed that out, which was a super slow 265 for me. So then I did the next logical thing and proceeded to beat the heck out of a tire with a sledgehammer. It was programmed in anyway, but it didn't hurt getting your frustrations out. If you have a bad day at work, I'm telling you, hitting a tire will make you feel better. Since heavy didn't show up, I thought I would try to reconcile a day by getting in some rep work. And here you see me hitting 225 for 7, but even that did not feel good. I was having problems generating power out of the bottom. So you will see as I get to around rep 6 right there, I'm struggling, get my breath up top, eke out a 7th rep, which isn't bad, but it's not too great either. Which takes us to the next workout. Now what you're watching right here is actually my workout from Monday. The overhead presses were on Wednesday, but I shot the intro for this video on Wednesday, so for continuity's sake, I just threw in this extra stuff, some highlights from the rest of the week. During this training session, I was trying to work my way up to a heavy pause squat, and I was hitting some ab stuff and some grenade pull-ups in between, but I'm a huge fan of the pause squat. The reason being is because I really think slowing down your rep and stopping in the bottom at the hardest position really gives you a chance to work on any problems that you might have. When you're moving at full speed, those things don't really get as magnified as they do if you have to stop and control the rep the entire time. So I'm going to try and attempt to put a link up to the previous video before this one about the 3 first squat tips that I gave, because I think all 3 of them really come into play if you're doing pause squats. If your setup is off and you're leaning forward at all and you don't initiate the move by pushing your knees out so you can stay very upright, a pause squat is going to be a very hard thing for you to accomplish. If you're leaning forward in the bottom, stopping that weight and then restarting it is going to be extremely hard. So if you go back and check out those tips, it will definitely help out your pause squat, guaranteed. And it should help to remedy any problems that you're having on your actual squat. Concerning what you're actually watching, that was 550 for a pause squat, and if you take notice, I'm actually not wearing my boot for these squats because the balance was just too weird and I didn't want a chance doing something stupid and hurting myself. Now I wanted to hit something heavy but knew I wasn't going to be breaking any records, so I decided to just load 600 and see how it went. And if you watch here at the beginning, I'm not flexing my butt as hard as I should, so my hips start back a little bit and I pay for it right here. As you can see them kick back. That's a big mistake. I don't know why I did it, but sometimes you do dumb things. This brings us to yesterday, which I was doing pause deadlifts, supersetted with some ab stuff, really not doing a ton though, to be honest with you. This was a week that I didn't want to go too heavy, so I chose pause squats, the strict log overhead press, and the pause deadlifts because by their nature you can't go as heavy on them. If you're anything like me, you don't like going to the gym and just going through the motions. I think just showing up and getting some stuff done is pretty lame. Like, I need an intention and I need something to be shooting for every single time I walk through the doors. So if you want to stay a little lighter, you can always choose a higher rep maximum and go for that kind of set, or do something like this where the exercises themselves actually limit the amount of weight you can do. So before I walked in the gym, I had set the intention of hitting a 605 pause deadlift, but as I was working up, it felt pretty good. So I loaded 610. You saw me just get it there. It really wasn't that bad. I probably had a little bit more in me, but I decided to call it there and move one of my accessories. When it comes to deadlifts, your hamstrings and lower back can never be strong enough. So I recommend doing stiff-legged deadlifts either like this or in the sumo stance. This is a set of 8 at 500 pounds for me, in hopes that that 700-pound deadlift will go down hopefully in a few weeks. Alright guys, video recap. So it is Saturday morning and I'm trying to think back on what all I did this week to recap this video with you guys. Monday were those pause squats. Felt okay about that. 600 went a little slower than I wanted. Still wasn't too bad. I'll take it for what it is right now. On Wednesday were the overhead presses that did not go my way. 265 for a slow single is very light for me. Apparently not that day though. 225 for 7 on the log, pretty decent for me. I'll take that. Friday were the pause deadlifts where I hit the 610 for a single in the boot, which isn't bad considering sloshing around and nonsense. It was an okay week. It wasn't anything spectacular. Some exciting news. I'm going to get back on conjugate probably starting next week or maybe the week after, which I'm excited about. As far as the injury goes, the injury isn't my problem. There's some other medical stuff that they think may have caused the injury, and I have to get that figured out before I do anything actually surgery-wise for my foot. So that basically means for the May competition, my plan as of right now is to just continue to train statically and get as strong as I possibly can, and then if I'm good enough to do it and I get cleared, then I'll do it. If I'm not, then I just try to get as strong as I could. But in more exciting news, I'm no longer going to be wearing my boot. And the reason why is because it looks like this. This is supposed to be here. It's not. The inside, the sole's blowing out. All the stitching around the area are done. Actually, the only thing holding it on is the actual duct tape that you guys saw me try to attempt to fix this with the other day. So, win for duct tape, not so much for medical profession. You guys need some sturdier stuff. I don't need you, boot. Anyway, so I'm not gonna be wearing the boot. I don't have a replacement as of right now, so for right now it's back to shoes. Very happy about that. As I learn more about my medical condition, I will keep you informed, but as of right now, the doctors don't really know what's going on. They need to run more tests before they draw a conclusion. So I don't know a whole lot. I'm not overly concerned about it. It is what it is. We'll deal with stuff as it comes. I'm excited about not wearing the boot anymore. Anyway guys, thanks for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be nice to each other. Do great things. Keep working hard, and I will catch up with you next time.